to look one way today, and then a few months later it's going to have a different angle to it, and you need to address that angle, and then a few months later there's another angle that you're going to move over here and address it over there. It requires that kind of shift. And their metaphor for this is a little odd, but it's of riding an elephant. He's got a man sitting on top of an elephant trying to get this elephant through the jungle to safety. Okay? So if your goal is to get you and that elephant through to safety, right? It seems simple, like, okay, well then let's just do that. Well, there are 3 ways to do this. So when you're changing something in your organization, one way is directing the rider. Like the guy who's on top of the elephant, you need to be really clear about what direction that person's supposed to go in. So, if you go over here, there's quicksand and you're going to die. If you go this way, it's going to be clear. That's a very clear direction. But the emphasis is on clarity. We're not very good at clarity in our organizations. And this one is particularly important for senior managers. We are really bad at the senior level, I think, about being clear. We're good at saying, our goal is this. We're going to be successful. Here's our mission. Here's the high-level stuff. Or we know what to do at the ground level, but we're not good at that middle-level clarity. If you want to decentralize your organization, it's not just go be decentralized, or I'm extending decision-making. No, I'm putting it right here, and this, I'm clear. This is where you can make your decisions. So if you're at the senior level and you want to work on change, focus on that directing the rider. Be much clearer in your directions to people in your organization about where you want to go. However, that's not enough. If all you do is direct the rider, and you tell the rider there's quicksand over there, and this is the way to safety, that's lovely. But if the elephant smells food over here, then you're still just a little guy on top of an elephant, okay? That elephant's going to go in that direction. So step 2 is motivate the elephant. Sometimes you're going to have to pay attention to what motivates people to go in a certain direction. And it's not always logic. We're really good at our left brain convincing of people you should do X, Y, and Z. The Heath brothers give a great example of a company that's wasting thousands of dollars because across these tons of work units across the country, they're buying work gloves, but there's 95 different types of gloves they buy, so they can't buy in bulk, they can't centralize it, it's very inefficient, they're wasting money. The manager who saw this made a nice left brain presentation with charts and graphs and numbers and percentages, and they all agreed with it, but nobody changed because he didn't hook them. And so the next time, he actually bought all 95 pairs of work gloves, put them in a box. He got them at the meeting, and he came in and he dumped the box of gloves on the middle of the table and said, this is what we're doing. This is why we're losing thousands of dollars a year. And they got it. It hooked them. Like they could see that and go, that's crazy. You got to hit people at that level. Not just that this is a good idea level, but like, I know why I want to do this. This means something to me now. And so I love this particular angle if you're in the middle, if you're a middle manager. Because usually, as a middle manager, what you're trying to do is get the people above you and the people below you to actually get together and solve the problem without you having to do it. Okay? And not in a lazy kind of way. I think that's the burden of middle management is we think, we have to solve all the problems. Usually we just need to get out of the way. Okay? But if you want to get them together, if you want to get those senior people and those junior people together to have those conversations about strategy or to build trust, they're going to have rational reasons why they shouldn't. So figure out what it is that they're going to connect to at a deeper level that's going to hook them in their gut. And that will get them there. So pay attention to those things as well as directing the rider. And then the third one is shape the path. So in addition to sort of motivating the elephant and telling a rider which way to go, sometimes the easiest way to get change is just make it easier for them to step in that direction. Okay, so you're not actually defining what this road is, but it's more like where are you planting trees? So that over time, people are not going to walk in that direction, they're going to walk over here. I like this one for people who are at the front lines, people who are at the bottom of the organizational chart, because you're not in control. So you don't get to do that other stuff. But you do have your actions. You can take action and move forward, and with each piece of it, start setting a precedence for this is the path that we're going in. If you want systems thinking to really catch on, then start sharing your data across departments. Start sharing your information across departments. In the beginning, people might think it's really weird. They're not sure why you're doing it. But if you do that over and over again, at this level, your behavior can start to shape that path and move you in that direction. And suddenly the whole system is seeing itself better. All right? So wherever you are in the organization, there's something you can do to help move it in the direction of change. All right. That was my quicker version of the summary, but any questions?